Hiya, welcome. We've got this is a TEDxUCLStudio talk talking about why cows are our family and why you should think they are too. We've got an audience with us today, they're eagerly waiting for us. My name's Kapil.
My name is Geena.
And we've been fortunate to be volunteering at this farm in our local area, and because we feel so passionate about why we should protect cows. So we volunteer here, but I guess the real question is, why is cow protection important for us and why should it be important for you?
Right, so cow protection, when you think of protection, you might be thinking, oh, they're not endangered species, or you may be thinking it's some form of worship, but actually it's the fact that they have a conscience just the way that we do. They have feelings just the way that we do. They have emotions just the way that we do. So why don't they deserve protection? Why don't they deserve a home just the way that we do?
One of the key things about cow protection as an idea is that protected cows are never slaughtered. All the cows here are looked after from birth to death. They even have a funeral done for them as well. And if they have any healthcare needs, they're looked after all throughout their lives, and all their needs are met from day one to forever. Cows generally only live for 15 years, but we've had some cows live as long as 24 years old, some of the oldest in Europe. So they really are looked after well here, and it shows that if you do look after cows, they have a really long, fulfilling, happy life.
Usually in the meat industry, cows only live for an average of 6 years because that's when they're deemed rather to be the best meat age. Whereas here we don't see them as any form of food. If anything, we see them as our family. Oxen are trained to channel their energy just as in the same way that humans need to work, they need to go to the gym, they need to use up their energy, otherwise they become very, very frustrated. And I can say that 100% for myself. However, it's the same for cows and the same for bulls. They need to use up their energy. And the way that they do that, the way that they channel their energy is to go out into the field, to plow the field, to, what's that word? Scarify the land. And they help to farm around 23 vegetables at the farm. These two, Balaram and Bharat, they're two brothers. And they're around 9 months apart in age, and they've been training together for nearly 10 years. And so they are able to respond just to voice commands, like you can see. And it means that we don't have to treat them unfairly, we don't have to treat them unethically. And in that way, they get to channel their energy into a way that is valuable, not just for them, but also for us. And as well as doing all that hard work, they are also pampered at the end, which we'll show you next.
They look after us, we look after them, and they help us look after land, really. You didn't do any drama with me today. I thought you were, but you didn't. You're very good. I'm a fan, you know. Might work with you again, who knows? I'm lucky enough. So first, we sort of clean the whole area, and we make sure the udders are nice and clean as well. The oil just keeps the udders nice and lubricated, so it doesn't feel sweat sensitive or sore to them. So it's really important that, you know, their care, their sensitivity is like the biggest thing for us. We don't want them to be uncomfortable. We want them to be well fed, because naturally they'll give more milk, they'll be more happy. That's really why we're here.
When you're milking, Kapil's explained, we want to make it as less painful for the cows as possible, which is why we hand milk here. And while they're milking, they get a bucket full of grains, beets, sometimes some carrots, cabbages, and if they're really lucky, a few bananas as a little treat as well. And that will just help them to keep calm, stay in one position, so that the milkers can milk quite quickly. So unlike the machine milk cows, our cows are given fresh food while they're being milked, and it doesn't have any hormones in it, which is a big difference between machine milked cows and hand milked cows. So they won't have any hormones that are fed into this. This is all natural food for them. Also, when the cows are milked, the milkers are sensitive to the udders. Sometimes some cows give milk really easily, some require a little bit more pressure. It just means that when the cows are being hand milked, it means that we can be sensitive to that. We can be sensitive to their needs, their emotional needs. If we can feel them getting irritable, if we feel that they're getting upset, you can move away. Whereas if they're machine milked, you can't really, you can't be sensitive to that. You can't be sensitive to their needs.
Every drop counts. We have volunteers that come here pretty much once a week that
brushing the cows, grooming them, giving them massage. We've got a nice little massager here. And they're really well looked after, really well cared for. And they've generally very happy life.
Cows are like our mothers because they selflessly give and give without asking anything in return. Bulls and oxen are like our fathers because they're scarifying our land, they're giving us and allowing us to have so many nutritious vegetables. And that's something that I found really inspiring as a to-be mother, that it's something that I also want to selflessly be able to do for my own child. Something that I want to be able to do to give that love, unconditional love to my child, which is why I love volunteering at this local farm. And this local farm has really helped us to bring the idea of cows being part of our family. It's allowed us to really incorporate that into our lives, and hopefully it's allowed you to also see why they're our family and why they should be treated like our family.
Cow protection is much bigger than just us or this one specific farm that we're grateful to be part of. And this farm here today is just one example of how these ideas, this philosophy, and the practical ways that cows can really be used to help create a sustainable way of living, and more importantly, be really incorporated as part of our family, our ecosystem, and the way we exist as humans.